Welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn chemical properties of metals and nonmetals part 3. Reaction with acids. Metals react with acids to form their respective salts and hydrogen gas. For example, zinc react with sulfuric acid to give zinc sulphate plus hydrogen. Similarly, magnesium react with sulfuric acid to give magnesium sulphate and hydrogen gas. Now we can do one activity to show how metals and nonmetals react with dilute acids. For that we need aluminium foil, sulphur powder, 2 test tubes, a dropper, dilute hydrochloric acid and matchsticks. Take aluminium foil in one test tube and sulphur powder in another test tube. Add 5 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid to each test tube with the help of a dropper. Observe the reactions carefully. Bring a burning matchstick near the mouth of each test tube. Observe the burning matchstick carefully. You can observe a vigorous reaction with the evolution of bubbles of a colorless gas in the first test tube containing aluminium foil and hydrochloric acid. The gas catches fire with a pop sound and burns with a pale blue flame. The gas evolved is hydrogen. No reaction is taking place when sulfur is treated with hydrochloric acid. From this, we can conclude that metals like magnesium, aluminium, iron, etc. react with acids and produces hydrogen gas that burns with a pop sound, whereas non-metals do not react with acids. Next one is reaction with bases. Metals react with bases to form their respective salt and hydrogen gas. For showing this, we can do one activity. Take a test tube and add 3-4 pellets of sodium hydroxide with a plastic spatula. Add some water and shake the test tube containing sodium hydroxide and water well. You have prepared a fresh solution of sodium hydroxide now. Add a piece of aluminium foil to the solution. You can see tiny bubbles of gas in the solution. Bring a burning matchstick near the mouth of the test tube. You will observe that the gas catches fire with a pop sound. The pop sound indicates that hydrogen gas is evolved during the reaction. So we can conclude that aluminium react with a solution of base to form hydrogen gas. Here base used is sodium hydroxide. Next one is displacement reaction. When a more reactive metal is added to the salt solution of a less reactive metal, the more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its salt solution. Such a chemical reaction is called displacement reaction. In other words, the displacement reaction is a chemical reaction in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound. Let us do one activity to understand displacement reaction. For that, take 10 ml of dilute copper sulphate solution in a test tube. It is a blue colored solution. Place an iron nail in the solution and stir the solution for few minutes and then leave it for some time. Now take another test tube and add 10 ml of iron sulphate solution in that test tube and place a copper wire in it. Shake the test tube and leave it for some time. You will observe that the iron nail which is inside the solution become reddish brown. This is because a layer of copper gets deposited over the surface of the nail. The iron is more reactive than copper, so it displaces copper from the solution of copper sulphate and the color of the solution slowly changes from blue to green due to the formation of iron sulphate. But you will not observe any change in the second test tube. That is, when you place a copper wire in the solution of iron sulphate, you observe there is no change in the color of the solution and no new substance is formed. It shows that copper is less reactive than iron and it cannot displace iron from iron sulphate solution. We can conclude that a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. We can repeat the above activity using different metals and different salt solutions. When zinc strip is dipped in copper sulphate solution, the blue color changes to colorless solution. That is, blue colored copper sulphate solution changes to colorless zinc sulphate solution. This is because zinc is more reactive than copper, so zinc displaces copper from copper sulphate solution. You can also observe that reddish brown copper get deposited over zinc strip. But no reaction is taking place when copper wire is dipped in zinc sulphate solution because copper is less reactive than zinc. Most of the nonmetals do not show displacement reactions, but some reactive nonmetals displaces less reactive nonmetals from their salt solution. For example, chlorine is more reactive than bromine, so it displaces bromine from potassium bromide to form potassium chloride. These are the chemical properties of metals and nonmetals. Thank you for watching.